So, story time on why I'm no longer friends with someone who I was friends with for 14 years. I was friends with this person and I met her through a job that we both had. We both were outgoing, like silly, loud, like crazy, like we both fed off each other's energy. And like I thought she was my best friend. Like we did a lot of stuff together. She had a kid and like she said that no one ever wanted to hang out with her, but I was like always that person who didn't mind hanging out with people that had kids. Like I liked, my friends no matter if they had kids or not. I mean, I hate everybody else's kids, but I love my own kids. So her and I were friends for years. And recently, over the past couple years, some old stuff, like from the very beginning, came out where she admitted that for years she thought that I had sex with her boyfriend. And it's just funny because I never did. Like, I never tried anything with her boyfriend. Like, I was dating her brother, and her boyfriend came on to me. He would try to invite me over all the time to her apartment when she was at work. And like I would go over and hang out like with my boyfriend, which was her brother, and her man and her brother, we would hang out and do music. And so I would go over with him, but he would want me to come alone. And like I didn't tell her because like she complained about him all the time, looking at porn and like talking to girls that we hated. So I was trying to be a good friend. It wasn't that like I was trying to keep it from her. It's just that like she had a lot going on and I didn't want to be that person that was like, hey, by the way, your man's trying to do me, I think. And then her be like, oh, well, we're not friends anymore because you're a liar. Like it was one of those situations. So just over the years, there was just a lot of two-faced. Like in the beginning, like when I first had friends, I've always been very vocal. Like everyone who knows me knows this. And I think it's why I just don't have a lot of friends. I've been told that a couple times that I don't have a lot of friends because I'm very output. Like I have no filter. And it gets me in trouble, just like this bullshit with this asshole content creator who is being a bully online and twisting shit that I said. And now, someone supposedly came forward and said all this stuff. Yeah, okay. Anyway, point is, I've always been very vocal and straightforward. Like, I'm not one of those people that beat around the bush. Like, I have so many people that I've been friends with that just don't say it how it is. And, like, I would rather be the person that says it how it is because you get more respect that way. Like, even my family's kind of okay, did you really just say that? And it's like, yeah, because I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. Like, I'm not Willy Wonka. So her and I were friends for years. She met other friends over time. And like, I'm that friend that like, when you tell me something, I'm going to fucking tell you how it is. Like, you're telling me that, you're having sex with your baby daddy, and I don't think that that's appropriate because you guys obviously didn't work and you should take it slow, and you get offended and don't talk to me, you ask for my opinion. Like, if you don't want my opinion, like, then don't tell me your shit, I guess. I don't know. Like, for real. So my friends will come and vent to me and they'll be like, oh, he was messaging this girl in his inbox and like she was saying all this stuff and then like she sent him like a selfie with her boobs hanging out. Okay, why are we even having this discussion? You should be talking to him about his problem and what he's doing and you should set him straight. Like, why are you bitching to me? But then these girls give the guy another chance and another chance and another chance and another chance. And it's just funny because, like, why? If they're being shady and they're acting like they're gonna cheat, be done. Like, I don't know why these women do that. Like, I've walked away from guys that I've been with for 6 months because they won't stop messaging an ex or they won't stop talking to a girl that they had sex with. Like, those are red flags, people. So, anyway, over the years, she started getting these friends. And one of the friends was crazy and like had all these dogs and the dogs were like killing each other and stuff. And like she had a little boy and this is just stuff I heard from my friend. So this is not stuff that I know if it happened or not. But she vented to me and bitched to me and said that, oh, that she just uses a tablet to babysit her son and all this stuff. But yet, like, all the shit that she talked about her, like, and like all the things she did, like, she's still going over there. And then she told me that this person stole shit out of her storage unit and like went through her shit when it was in her house. And she's like, yeah, she went through my stuff and like took shit out of my stuff and stole my stuff. Why are you friends with her? Like, so she would have these friends that would do things like that. She had friends that would use her for money, which I only ever asked her for money once. And it was when I needed money for my utility bill. And we were friends for like 13 years at that point. So I didn't think it was a big deal, but she basically fucking ignored me. But she gave money to the friend that says she works but doesn't work, you know, when they have this location app on each other's phones, and she's just using people. And even tried to get with her, I think it's the same girl that tried to get with her dad when her dad lived there and knew her dad had money, so her friend tried to get with her dad. Like, I'm just like sitting back like, why are you friends with these people? Like, but it's funny, what's really funny, what like the most entertaining part, okay, I've never done anything like that to this person. Never done anything like that. Like, yeah, I would get upset and I'd like write out these long emails and I'd bitch and complain to her, like when she'd hurt my feelings, and then she'd ignore me, of course, because friends are supposed to talk stuff out. But she'd ignore me, and then like we would start talking again, and I would like hear these rumors from people of her talking shit, and they'd send me screenshots of her talking shit, which I found some of them recently, and so it just kind of reminded me and justified why I made the right decision. But I stepped back from her, though, because it was just too much. Like, she was bitching about this, bitching about that. Like, she has a place to live. She has a roof over her head. Like, I wish my dad was still alive so I can, you know, move in with my dad and have him to support me. But my dad died 2 years ago, and, you know, like, my mom, I can't live there, so, like, with her, like, all the time. Like, you know, she's got a shit landlord who is horrible, and he's rude, and so I can't, when I stay with her, I can't stay very long. But, like, her dad bought a fucking whole-ass house with, like, 5 bedrooms for her to live in, and, like, she's sitting here complaining about all this stuff, and, like, bitching about all this stuff and how her life's horrible. Like, first the fuck off, you have like a new car, okay? Second off, your credit is really good and you could get whatever the fuck you wanted with your credit. Third off, like, you're living with your parent who you don't have to fucking pay rent. You have a really good job that, like, I wish I could get. And I'm over here like, what the fuck's the problem? Like, I don't understand the issue. Like, what do you have to bitch about? Like, I've had to move 3 times in the last 3 years because I lived with my mom. Her landlord was an asshole. Then I lived in an income-based apartment and there was drugs and fighting and all this shit. So I moved because I have kids. And then I moved to Ohio. You know, all these assholes want to say, oh, you didn't pay your rent. No, actually what happened is my landlord lied about selling the house, that he was going to sell the house to the county, and tried to turn around and say that we didn't pay rent and all this shit with a 3-day notice. My fiance lost his job. He got laid off, tried to find another job, and then the landlord used all of that as an excuse because he was a family member of my fiance's mom, and his mom started shit in his life and tried to defamation him to everybody because she's psycho, because she couldn't get us to break up. So she got the landlord involved because they were family. So you guys don't know the fucking story, so shove that up your ass. So I would love to be able to just live with a parent and not have to worry about bills or utilities or anything. I would just love to be able to pay a car payment and car insurance and a phone bill. Like, that'd be great. I would love that. I would, like, so totally love that. But the thing is, like, time and time again, like, I sent her stuff for Christmas. I sent her stuff on her birthday. Like, I was a good friend. Yeah, I wasn't, like, a great friend all the time, but I was a good friend. And I thought that I was a good friend. And everyone would tell me all the time, why are you still friends with her? Like, she treats you like shit.